All right, guys, 15 seconds till the loop goes live. I need somebody on bucket 9, it looks like. Somebody could come marshal with me on 9. 10 seconds to the start. Loop is live, loop is live. Right now, Tyler Jones, hot lap hero, on lap number 1, 31.943. Running in second is Tyler. Now it's Larry Richards out front. Tyler Jones, Michael, Dwayne, Brandon, Jay, Joshua, and Mark. Back in it here with E. Truggy. These guys ripping around. Instant power, big wheels. Bumps don't mean a thing. Sometimes pipes don't mean a thing. But it is your E. Truggy class, and we've had some really good racing in this class as of late, especially in that fast resort heat. As Tyler Jones and Larry Richards battle out for that top spot. Sledesky in the 3. Then Brandon, Dwayne, Jay, Josh, and Mark, the rest of the running order. It's a battle between car 8, 3, and 2. Right now with halfway home, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go, 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. Larry now working into that triple there. He's got a car upside down kind of in front of him. No problems though, everybody get back underway. That was the car 5 of Dwayne. Dwayne gets it back under power though and back underway. So Tyler Jones in car number 8 continuing to lead him around.
2 minutes left.
As he comes across the line right there. He's kind of out on his own. You guys do have leaders behind you. Just coming up after the triple there. Larry is leading this thing around. In the mix, Michael, though, also battling kind of for a top 3 here. Oh, Michael kind of drives off the track there. They're good and square. Good driving by both of those drivers, kind of whipping back and forth. A little bit of mistakes here and there. Oh, that's sketchy. A little bit of avoiding contact as they come up right in front of timing and scoring here. And that is the 3rd place car and the 2nd place car working together. They might actually be slowing each other down a little bit, though. Kind of battling back and forth like that. As they're back underway now. Larry gets by and a little bit of breathing room. So top to bottom running order, it's Jones, Richards, Sledesky, Billings, Riggs, Fry, Gates, and Saya.
1 minute left.
A final minute of this one right now. Jones just out clean. It was maybe in question a couple of early laps right now, but he has just been out in front for most of this one. As he works up in front of timing and scoring in that all blue with the purple bed Techno truck. Down across the line is he's going to be on the back wing of Brandon Fry. So Brandon, just be aware if your leader does catch you, give him a little bit of space to continue his racing effort. That's perfectly well done. Thank you, sir. Final 15 seconds of this one. Tyler, Larry, Michael, Dwayne, Jay, your top 5. Then Brandon, Josh, and Mark. Oh, we got a broken truck out of Brandon there just after the triple. Heads up, Carson. There we go. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. Drivers, keep racing until I call you done. Ooh, that's sketchy. Good decision there. Good decision, Dwayne. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done, drivers, for E-Truggy Heat 1 of 2, race number 8. And just waiting on Brandon, and he is done. So that's a race. All stop, all done, all stop, all done.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 9. E-Truggy. Heat 2 of 2.
Race 9, hold for me just a second. Hold for me just a second, race 9. All right, I will need marshals on 4 and 9. Volunteers on 4 and 9, please. For this one, volunteers on 4 and 9. Need volunteers on 4 and 9. Track is yours. Race 9, track is yours.
Robert Sorhinen.
Volunteer marshals 4 and 9, please. The rest of the drivers to the track. Volunteers on 4 and 9. Remember, qualifying order is choice on the driver's stand. Qualifying order is choice on the driver's stand. Caution, guys, caution. Heads up with the E-Truggies. They are going buck wild. It's just warm-ups.
Brian Itter. Zach McIsaac. Travis Itter. Woody Garwood. Evan Roth.
I need volunteers on 4 and 9. It's on the light plant
Justin
area
Shockley.
and the 9 right in front of me here. Come on, guys. You guys are the fast resort. Let's clean it up a little, please. Four, 6, and 9 are missing right now. Thank you. Okay, I need one on 6. I need one more volunteer on 6 for me.
To the start of the race.
Joe, are you around? Can you take 6? 40 seconds till the loop goes live.
Seconds to the start of the race.
I got him out there. My man going to 6. Okay.
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Yeah, that was you, Mark. That's okay. I need that one too. I need that one too. He's going to volunteer there.
Less than 5.
Thank you, though. Loop is live. Loop is live. We decided to race at the start line. Interesting decisions.
Brady Bell.
All right, so Sorjonen quick out to the top spot, but the interesting thing here to note is the top two drivers are on a TQ pace right now. Only two drivers on TQ. Nicely done there, Mark, on the corner marshal job. Brady goes upside down. And Zach slides right in front of him there. So Robert, Evan, and Travis now on TQ pace. Oh, Evan falls off of that TQ with a 30.7 as he comes across there. Then it's Justin running for Woody, Brian, Zach, and Brady. Brian slowly climbing up the leaderboard, had a slightly long first lap. Hold up, Brian. You got caught some cord there. Caution coming into the triple. Caution coming into the triple. Caution coming into the triple. Clear. Thank you, Brady. Thank you. So 3 down and 2 to go. Robert still out in front. Travis, Evan, Woody, and Brady are top 5. Justin, Brian, and Zach, the rest of the running order. Right now, Robert, Travis, Evan, Woody, and Brian qualifying in a top 10 run here for round number 2. Brady, Justin, and Zach with a little bit of work to do. Brady now joins the top 10. Zach sitting 11. Justin sitting 13 potentially overall for the round. Robert Sorjonen, the only driver on TQ pace, so Tyler Jones absolutely laid it down in that last one. Travis Hyder in the 2, trying to catch up now. Dad Brian shuffling down to the 5th. After that 37.8 a couple laps ago. As we approach 1 minute to go in this one.
1 minute left.
So 4:15 to go, 45 seconds to go. Travis and Evan in a good little battle for that 2 spot. It's 2.8 seconds between those two drivers. Woody and Brian in a good battle for 4 and 5. It is 1 second between those two drivers. Zach, Justin, and Brady in a good little battle as well. It is 2 seconds between those 3 drivers at the back end. So battles up and down the track in this one. So Robert's still on a TQ pace. He is on a 12-lap run. Only driver right now to be on a 12-lap run. 11.520 for Travis, 5.24 for Evan. Brian, 5.28. Then 10-lap runs for the rest of the field. Keep racing, drivers. Keep racing. I got a couple guys who are close to getting an extra lap, so I don't want to call anything until we get there. Race them to the line, race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line and you are done. Brian finishing on 2 wheels there to come across. Just waiting on Evan to come across the line, and that is the race. Justin, you're done. That guy in front of you is still on the clock. Perfect. That is a race. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. Robert Sorjonen will take the win, followed by Travis, Evan, Brian, Justin, Woody, Brady, and Zach. Top 10 for the round 2 in E-Truggy. Robert Sorjonen 1. Tyler Jones in the 2. Travis, Evan, Larry, Brian, Justin, Woody, Brady, and Michael Sledetsky will round out your top 10.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 10. Nitro Truggy. Heat 1 of 1.
Race 10, track is yours. Race 10, track is yours.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, this is race 10, Nitro Truggy heading to the
Red
track
lawn.
right now. They got
John
1:30
Escalacus.
until the start. 1:30 to
Carson
the start.
Phipps. Mike Stanton. Nate Clark. G.Y. Wing. Michael Whittam. Jordan Galiski. Jared Kazokria. One minute to the start of the race. Zaid Sturmer. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
45 seconds, driver. Make sure you plan your fuel. 40 seconds to go till the loop goes live.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Less than 5. Loop is live. Loop is live. I did not have a car 7 in that last race. If somebody could jump on bucket 7, I didn't see that. I need a volunteer marshal on bucket 7. I did not have a car 7 in last race. If somebody could jump out on 7 for me. Thank you, Kevin. You're awesome as always. All right, so your one heat of Truggy on the track right now. These guys all battling for a grid position. We're going to try to get through race number 13 before track maintenance again. So John out in front early in this one, 3 laps in, 11 and a 5:10 is his pace right now. 11 and a 5:13. is the second position of Rhett Long, then Jordan and Nate Clark in the 4. Jared, your top 5. Zaid, Mike, Carson, Guy, Michael, and Ryan. Caution after the triple. Caution after the triple. Stay wide. Stay wide. Clear. Clear. So 2:45 into this one. John still with a 1.3 second advantage over Rhett. Then it's Nate, Mike, Jordan, Carson, Jared, Zaid, Guy, Michael, and Ryan. Top 7 drivers separated by 9 seconds. So a nice little field here
left
in your Nitro Truggy class. Rhett briefly moves to that top spot on a 11 and a 5:13. Carson on a 5:18. Escalikas on a 5:19. Nate on a 5:24. Jordan on a 5:25. Then it's a 10-lap run for Mike, Zaid, Jared, and Guy.
1 minute left.
Witham, Michael Witham already off track here in this one, in race number 10. But it's going to be Rhett out in front, Carson in the 2, John the 3. Right now how they run. Then Nate and Jordan also on 11-lap runs. So Rhett continuing to hang on to that lead here with the master clock getting close to making the sound. It's 11 and a 5:15. He's 1 second up on Phipps, so Phipps is charging hard. Master clock has expired. Nobody stop yet, please. Nobody stop. Keep racing. Keep racing. Make sure we get everybody scoring in here. Race them to the line. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line and you are done. Nate jumps John for that 3rd place finish there at the end. When you cross the line, you are done. Carson Phipps comes across. A nice little lap there for Carson to end it off. Now we got to watch what happens with Rhett here at the end. Can Carson hang on to the TQ here in round number 2? Jared comes into the pits, and he'll finish up there. And we wait, and Rhett will stay in the 2 spot. So it'll be Carson Phipps on 11.514.0, taking the win over Rhett Long with 11.514.6. So a half a second separate those top 2 drivers, but it will be Carson, TQ round number 2, followed by Rhett, Nate, John, Jared, Jordan, Zaid, Mike, and Guy.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 11. E-Buggy. Heat 1 of 3. Austin Azure.
11 hold, please. 11 hold, please. I had 10 drivers in that one, so I should have no problems getting marshals for this one. Race 11, track is yours. Race 11,
2
track
minutes
is
to
yours.
the start of the race. Sean Harp, Jordan Galiski, Rod Miller, Brady Bell, Charlie Adams. 1 minute to the start of the race.
$45 and we're live.
45
Driver
seconds
45
to the
and we're
start
live.
of the race.
I am missing a bunch of marshals. I had a lot of truggy guys. I should have no problem with that. 5 and 2, 5 and 2 should be covered, please.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Michael Witham, can I get you to the 5? 5 isn't here, so you're 11. I need 5 more than 11. Thank you, sir.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Travis Itter. Less than 5.
All right, loop is live. Race number 11 is live on the track. Once again, after 13, so after the 3 heats of E-Buggy, we will track maintenance again. Track looks really, really good right now, so I think we'll be okay to get through those 3 runs. Well, we have to now because we started this one. Even though there's a little bit of dust on the top, there's a lot of moisture still down in the surface. Austin with a break in round number 1 is going to try and do his best to drive a nice early TQ here if he can get a little bit of clean track space. So early on, though, it is Jordan out in front. Jordan on a 29-1. Austin with a really rough first lap. But he's cleaned it up, working his way up towards the front. Pass off of the race, 26.97 right now. Absolutely flying. And as I say that, the announcer curse bites him fully. So it's Travis, Jordan, and Brady. Then Charlie, your top 5. Rod, Mark, Sean, Kevin, Dwayne, the rest of the running order in this one. Dwayne off track. Unfortunately, not as feels good as the last time we took a top 3. Unfortunate. But that is racing. Oh, Marshall gets pulled away there. Unfortunate for Rod in that one. Whew. Rod doing the old crisscross across the doubles there. 2:45 down, 2:15 to go in this one. Travis still out in front. Travis Hyder out in front on 11.516. Azure on a 5:20. Galiski on a 5:27. Then 10-lap run for Brady. Charlie on a 9.528. Rod on an
2 minutes
8.508.
left.
Mark on an 8.512. Then Sean, Kevin, and Dwayne. I only have about 8 drivers, so I probably will need some volunteer marshals following this one, at least 1 to 2. For the most part, been pretty lucky on that this week, but we're going to have some now. We're going to have some tomorrow once we get into the mains, especially those early mains. 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. 3:30 down, 1:30 to go. We are in a 10+2 format this weekend, so your top 10 drivers will go directly to the main, and 2 drivers will join them from a bump position. So the winner and runner-up from those lower mains will join them. It's
1
a
minute left.
10+2 weekend this weekend. So 4:45 down, 15 seconds to go. Austin has taken over that top spot now from Travis. 1 second up on Travis. Jordan running 3. Brady and Roger top 5. Charlie, Mark, Dwayne, Sean, and Kevin. Dwayne back out on track there. So whatever we needed fixed, we got fixed. Master clock has expired, but keep racing, drivers, until I call you done. Keep racing until I call you done. Race them to the line. Waiting on 2 drivers now. 2 drivers. There's 1. Just waiting on Travis to finish up now. And we have them all done, all stop, all done, all stop.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 12. E-Buggy. Heat 2 of 3.
Race 12, hold for me, please. Race 12.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right, race 12, track is yours. Race 12, track is yours.
J.R. Clark. Zach McIsaac. Jason Martin, Zaid Sturmer, Terry Yeo, Michael Schladetsky, Pat George, Brett Wilson, Joshua Gates.
One minute, drivers,
to the
1
start
minute.
of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
I need some marshals out there. Somebody should be on 2. Dwayne, can you come up 1 bucket to 2? And then I need 1 on 9.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
I need a marshal on 9 over here. Charlie, can you do 9? Brian, I can get you back to 4.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. All right, we're just getting our first couple laps here in the middle heat of E-Buggy. JR, Zach, Terry, Brett, Josh, Jason, Pat, Michael, and Zaid. We're looking for that TQ of 11.512 out of Austin. Track drying out, definitely, so we will be watering after 13. J.R. Clark leading this one around. He gets to that 11-lap run. It's an 11 and a 5:29 now. Zach on a 10.504. Brett 10.506. 5:16 for Pat. Terry on a 5:17. 5:23 for Josh. Mike on a 10.526.
Two minutes left.
So Brett Wilson, Mr. Die Hard RC, out in front now, takes over that top spot. We'll see how long that lasts with the announcer curse. But Zach, JR, Terry, Jason, your top 5. Pat, Josh, Michael, and Zaid, the rest of the running order. Now Zach McIsaac takes over that top spot on a 10 and a 5:03. Brett in the 2, 5:05. JR 5:06 in the 3. 5:20 for
left.
Jason in the 4. 5:20 for Terry in the 5. 5:22 for Michael in the 6. 5:27 for Josh in the 8. 5:28 for Pat in the 8. So between Brett and JR, there is a 10-second gap. Between the rest of the field, there is 7 seconds. Final 15 seconds of this one. Drivers, don't stop till I call you done. Don't stop till I call you done. Caution coming up the hill, back to timing and scoring. Race him to the line. Drivers, race him to the line. Zach goes 10.504 with a 2. Brett 10.505 with an 8. So Zach McIsaac will take the win here in race number 2. Unable to get that TQ time of Austin Azure, but he will take the win here in this one. As we get into that final heat of E-Buggy, the track definitely going to test the racers here in that fast heat. And that is a race, all stop, all done. Zach, Brett, Jason, your top 3. JR 4, Pat 5, Michael 6, Terry 7, Josh 8, Zaid 9. Jason, I had another lap snafu with you, so if you could just make sure we don't have a possible short in that transponder. Get those cars down, radio down, and we'll get back out to the track to Marshall for race number 13.
Up next, race number 13.
Race 13, hold for me for just about 20, 30 seconds.
3 of 3.
And I'll get you out there. Nine.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
All right, guys, track is yours. Track is yours. Race 13, track is yours.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Race 13 on the track right now. Track maintenance following this race. 10 minutes track maintenance following this race.
Keith Hadley.
And then into Nitro Buggy.
Matthew Miller. Ashawn Bristol. Evan Roth. Aaron Brooks. Cole Chura. Terry Stephenson. Sam Moss. Marcus Ramirez. One minute to the start of the race.
1 minute to the tone, drivers. 1 minute to the tone. I need Josh Gates' volunteer on bucket 4, please.
45 seconds to the start of the
I believe
race.
Josh told me he had a volunteer for buggy, so if you are Josh's volunteer, I need you on bucket 4, please.
"30 seconds to the start of the race.
Otherwise, I need a volunteer on bucket 4. I got 25 seconds.
"15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Austin, can you come take 4 for me? Oh, you got it? Okay, perfect. Never mind. All right, so we are running here in race number 13. Once again, reminder, track maintenance following this. Everybody's still chasing the time of Austin on an 11 and a 5:12. Travis also in 11:5:19. Both of those guys broke in round number 1. Quickly off, Hadley. Caution after the triple, caution after the triple. Stay wide, stay wide, stay wide. Stay wide. Clear. So Hadley on a 12 and a 5:22. Then Sam on a 11:5:17. Matt 5:19. 5:23 for Terry. 5:28 for Cole. It's just one lap in, though. We'll see how these things sort out. Caution out the triple. Caution, caution, caution. Wide, wide, wide. Clear. Couple drivers maybe with a touch more wheel spin than they're used to coming out into that triple. Shorten it just a little bit. Hadley still out in front on a 12:5:23, 11:5:09 for Miller now. Joins TQ pace. Cole on a 5:18. Ashen right there. Marcus in a top 5. Terry, Sam, Evan, and Aaron. Caution after the triple. Stay tight. Stay tight. Clear. So Keith on a 12:5:24 still out in front. Matt, Cole still your top 3 with 3
left.
down and 2 to go. Keith and Matt on TQ pace. Is Cole 1 second off of that TQ pace. Stay wide on the triple. Clear. Now Miller falls off of that with a mistake. Caution after the triple. Clear. So Hadley, Churum, Miller, Bristol, Stephenson right now your top 5. Ramirez, Maz, Roth, and Brooks the rest of the running order in this one. $1:10 to go. Keith Hadley, now Cole Chura joins TQ pace. That's kind of Austin was running 2
left.
in round number 1 before the break. That's kind of where we have him right now. Cole in the mix as well. Ashton now making a move up to 3 as Miller falls down to the 4. Terry still running 5. Sam, Marcus, Evan, and Aaron. Final 20 seconds of the master clock. Keep driving until I call you done. Drivers, keep driving until I call you done. .770 right there by Keith Hadley. New fast lap of the weekend. So we have officially broke into the 25-second laps as Hadley goes 25.770 on the dry track. So dust be damned. Hadley will continue to rip it around the racing surface here. I got one car who's close to making a bonus lap. Gonna wait for that to see. All right, race him to line. Keith, you are done. Race him to line, drivers, race him to line. Just waiting on Maz. And then we are complete, and that is a race. All done, all stopped. Keith Hadley, 12 and a 5:23. New TQ. Cole Chura joins him on the TQ train with a 11.507. Ashton on 11.516. Matt 5:17. 5:27 for Sam. 5:27 for Terry. 10.503 for Marcus. 5:08 for Evan. And 5:12 for Aaron. For the round of E-Buggy, your top 10, Keith Hadley, TQ, Cole 2, Austin 3, Ashton 4, Matt 5, Travis 6, Sam 7, Terry 8, Jordan 9, Marcus rounds out your top 10.
The race is completed.
We have a 10-minute track maintenance now, 10-minute track maintenance.
Race number 14.
Followed by 3 heats of Nitro Buggy, and then into our 30-minute break. All right, race 13, if you could start making your way back to the track. Race 13, Hadley, Chura, Bristol, Miller, Maz, Stephenson, Ramirez, Roth, and Brooks. Race 13 drivers, start making your way back to the track, please. So it should be Ashton on the 1, Matt on the 2, Evan the 3, Marcus the 4, Terry the 5, Sam the 6, Keith the 7, Aaron on the 8, and Cole on the 9. Over by me, Cole. Cole, by me. Just in case you guys were wondering, we do have a timetable for this weekend that is posted on all the socials, or you can find it on the front page of wildeevents.com if you scroll down to the social media part. It has a photo that includes the timetable for today. It's preliminary. It can always change. However, we are currently within 5 seconds of that timetable, so it's a pretty good estimate of when you will be up today. Race 14, track is yours.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
Well, since Ashton went to the 4, Ramirez, I need you on the 1.
Stephen Wilk.
So I'll need Marcus Ramirez or his
Brandon
substitute on the 1. Thank you.
Mike Stanton. Pat George. Michael Schladetsky. Jason Martin. G.Y. Wing. Zaid Sturmer. 1 minute to the start of the race.
"45 seconds, guys. 45 seconds.
45 seconds to the start of the race.
Plan your fuel stops, please. Plan your fuel stops accordingly. I got a buggy on the entrance to pit lane that might need to move.
15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. So the heats will be the same next round. They will be the same. No restart. But I see a guy a few guys with the improper numbers on their cars. So let's go ahead and make sure we change that for round number 3. Make sure you have proper numbers on your cars. It helps me out a ton. And it gives that extra little flair for your time here with us at the Wildy Events RC Series, the WERC Series. Pat George, early lead. Pat out there on a 10 and a 5.11. Dennis Sladetsky, Jason, Mike Stanton, Guy Wing, Brandon Fry, Steven, Zay, Joe, and Ryan not making the start. So I will need some marshals. I'll need a marshal on 8 and 9 for me on the next one. Excuse me. 6 and 9. And I'll move Mike to the 7. Or 7 and 6. I'll move Mike to the 9. So Pat, George, Michael, Jason, Mike, Stanton, Guy, Brandon, Steven, Zaid, Joe, Ryan, the rest of the running order. Zaid getting his car out there and
left.
Running. Oh no, Stanton again qualifying round number 2. Again troubles with the new buggy. Not likely a buggy fault, something more like motor and fuel delivery. So 3:23 into this one. Jason Martin out in front now, 10 and a 5.15. Pat in the 2. Guy 3. Michael, Brandon, Steven, Mike, Zaid, Joe, and Ryan.
One minute left.
.45 seconds ago in this one. Martin still out in front, 10.509. Pat George trying to catch back up, 3.4 seconds back. He's on a 10 and a 5.14. Then it's Guy Wing on a 10.5.31. Then a 9-lap run for Brian, Michael, and Steven. Stanton fired up back out there after a 2-minute lap. Caution after the triple. Go wide. Go wide. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done. Martin hanging on to this slim lead by 3.5 seconds over George. Pat trying to reel him in here. but he's going to need a little bit of help from Jason. Oh, then Pat rolls it over. That's not going to help his cause, and he gets caught on the pipe, requiring Evan to get over there and get him as a marshal. So that's going to be an unfortunate lap to end on there for Pat. Race him to the line, drivers. Race him to the line. When you cross, you are done. Cross the line and you are done. Cross the line and you are done. And just waiting up on Zaid. Everybody else is done. Zaid is the only car left on the track. Everybody else is done. And that's a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Jason Martin takes the win. Pat George 2. Guy Wing 3. Brandon, Steven, Michael, Sledetsky, Mike Stanton, Zaid, Joe, and Ryan. So the early TQ will be by Jason Martin on a 10 and a 5:09 pace. Race 15. Hold for me, please.
Up next, race number 15. Nitro Buggy. Heat 2 of 3.
Race 15, track is yours. Race 15, track is yours. Again, I do need volunteer marshals in this one. 6 and 9. Buckets 6 and 9 will need volunteers. 6 and 9 will be volunteers.
2 minutes to the start of the race.
Everything else should be covered, but I do need volunteers on 6 and 9. Are you out here, Joe, on 9? You are. So I just need one on 6. A volunteer on 6. Everything else should be covered.
John Escalikas, Travis Itter, Jay Riggs, Jared Kazokria, Woody Garwood, Dan Wilcox, Tyler Jones, Michael Whittam, Brett Wilson. One minute to the start of the race.
1 minute, drivers. 1 minute. Plan that fuel. Plan that fuel. Thank you, Charlie, for the volunteer. Looks like I should have my coverage.
45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Race clock about to go live. And there it is. We are racing in race number 15. Nitro Buggy Heat 2 of 3. He's on the racing surface right now. Everybody's trying after Jason's 10 and a 5:09 time from race number 14. And all drivers have made the start. All drivers have made the start. Travis with the hot lap hero on lap number 128, 7:43. Travis out of the gate right there, getting us started and leading this thing around. He's going to slow it down a little bit here in round number 2, or lap number 2, 29.8. So goes about a second slower here in lap 2, and then proceeds to get fully bit by the announcer curse and goes tumbling in the back section of the track. Pit guys, can you make sure to stand back a little bit when you are not actively doing pit work? Stand back just a little bit. Don't creep towards that rail too much to try and block those double doubles. Two down, 3 to go. Kazakhria now out in front. Jared goes 28.145. Best lap of the race to move to that top spot on an 11 and a 5.18. Escalikas on the 2 spot on a 11 and a 5.29. Brett on a 10.505. Michael Witham on a 10.507. Now Witham 10.507, quicker than the 5.07 of Brett. Then it's Dan, Woody, Tyler, Travis, and Jay. So Travis with a rough lap in there, back to back, 34.32. 34.33, sorts him back down as he starts to work his way back up now on the climb. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go. 2:30 down, 2:30 to go.
Two minutes left.
John now takes over that top spot as he goes quick lap of the race, 27.769. That'll put him on 11.521 ahead of Jared's 5.22. Dan on a 10.512, Tyler on a 5.12, and Brett on a 5.12. So 3, 4, and 5 almost on identical runs right now. Escalikas out in front, 2/10 ahead of Jared Kazakhria. Jared trying to get that top spot back. Only the top 2 drivers better than the TQ time of Jason Martin right now. Brett, Tyler, Jay, Woody, Dan, Travis, and Michael all within reaching distance of each other. Those 6 drivers are separated by 8 seconds. Oh, Michael with a really long lap, 45 seconds. He'll fall out of that battle now.
Left.
John and Jared still in a battle up front. 0.3 of a second separate those 2, with John having the edge right now. Jared slows it down a little bit on this lap as he rolls it over at the start-finish line. One of those spots where not a lot of mistakes are made, so no marshal currently sits. And that's going to be a really long lap for him, 34.1. So John's 29.7 going to put about a 4-second gap between 1 and 2. Tyler and Brett continue to be in a battle. 2:10 separate those guys for a battle for a top 3 in this one. Top 4 drivers now on TQ pace. That's John, Jared, Tyler, and Brett. Jay running in the 5. He is just about 8 seconds off of TQ. Then it's Woody, Dan, Travis, and Michael. Red car with the white back coming over the loop right now. That is your leader. Landon right side of the track heading towards the back. Red with white. Coming over the dot right now, over the dot. Left-hand side of the track is your leader, heading into the triple. Into the triple. And across the loop. And we're just waiting on one more car, so race him to the line, guys. Race him to the line. That is a race. All stop, all done, all stop, all done, all stop, all done. So John, Tyler, and Jared are going to do better than TQ. Brett Wilson misses by just about 1 second on that TQ pace. Then it's Woody, Jay, Travis, Dan, and Michael. So we have a new TQ time for John Escalikas, and that's going to be 11 and a 5.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 16. Nitro Buggy. Heat 3 of 3.
Hold for me, 16. Please hold.
Austin Azure.
All right, race. So hold on. All right, race 16. Track is yours. Track is yours. I had 9 drivers. I should get all buckets 1 through 9 covered, please. Should be no issue for me.
Matthew Miller. Rhett Long. Nate Clark. Carson
Travis.
Goodman. Carson Phipps. Tyler Wilbur.
Can you
Cole
go
Murrah.
choose a different bucket?
Taylor
1
Wonders.
through 9, please. 1 through 9. Bucket 1 through 9, not 11. Choose 1 through 9. 7. Right here in double in the front. Double in the front.
One minute to the start of the race.
One minute, drivers. Plan a fuel. Plan your fuel. 1 minute.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race.
Less than 15 seconds left, drivers. 15 seconds left.
Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live. Waiting for a couple other guys to get those first laps in, but so far, hot lap hero Taylor Wonders, 27.1. Mako's 27.5, not going to take it away. We just got to wait for Goodman's lap here. And he's with Taylor, so assuming that's not going to work. Ooh, Taylor shorts that double a little bit, trying to avoid contact. All right, top 4 drivers currently on a TQ after 3 laps. That's Taylor Wonders, Cole Chura, Nate Clark, Rhett Long, Austin. Just outside on 11.5.23, trying to get 11.5.22 to get onto that TQ pace. We ride along back home on the video camera with Taylor Wonders. And that all silver car into that back little skipper section. Double singling in for his line currently. A little bit of a bobble there. Oh, upside down now. He had a 3-second advantage on the field there for a little bit, but now he's sorted way down there. It's going to be Cole Chura up top. Cole on 11.5.11, top 7 drivers on a TQ pace. Wonders falls off a TQ pace after 31.32 back-to-back.
Two minutes left.
So Cole Chura now leading him around in the top spot there. Rhett Long in the 2, Tyler the 3, Matt, Carson, Austin, Nate, Taylor, and Carson Goodman. Top 7 drivers better than that TQ of John. Now make that 8. Nate Clark jumps on TQ pace as well. Cole with a 4-second advantage on Miller. Tyler Wilbur now coming out of the little bit of a rest period here. He's got that Associated car wheeling and dealing.
1 minute left.
With 4 down, 1 to go. 4 down, 1 to go. Cole out in front, but Matt Miller goes hot lap of the race. 26.757 to get that gap down to 3.3 seconds now. Austin running into the 3, but Austin goes upside down twice on the back section now. So he's going to shuffle down, likely off a TQ pace now. Cole, Matt, Taylor, Austin, and Tyler Wilbur. Then it's Rhett Long, Nate Clark, and Carson. Phipps, then Goodman. Top 7 drivers on TQ. As suspected, Austin now falls off a TQ pace into 9th overall with just about 5 seconds on the master clock. Do not stop till I call you done, please. Cole with a 3.9 second advantage on the field right now. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. So Cole Chura locks in 11.505. Miller going to be 4 seconds back, not able to do enough. He's going to come in at a 5.09 and stay there as we wait for Austin and Carson. There's Austin. Goodman, the last one live on the track. And that is going to be a race right there. Cole Chura will take the TQ here in round number 2. Matt Miller goes 2nd. Taylor Wonders 3rd. Rhett Long 4th. Carson Phipps 5. Nate 6. Tyler 7. Austin 8. And Carson Goodman in the 9. Top 8 drivers go better than TQ. John Escalica sneaks in the 9. Then Carson Goodman finishes out your top 10 here for round number 2. We're currently in a 30-minute break. So right about 3:55, right about 3:55 today, we will be back in with round number 3. 3:55 back in with round number 3.
The race is completed.
So track crew, just be mindful, 3:55, plan when you want to start your water. 3:55 is the go. Plan when you want to start your water, track crew. We are go at 3:55, currently 3:24.
Up next, race number 1. Spec Tire E-Buggy. Heat 1 of 4.
If you signed up for a shirt this weekend by signing up online with the Wildy Events website or signed up for a shirt on RC Sign Up, we have your shirts available. If you did not sign up for that extra, did not sign up for the shirt, I do not have your size, but we're going to do pre-registered, pre-signed up. If you selected the extra of the shirt, we should have that available for you. Then we'll go and open it up for what available we have left. If we don't have your size or don't have any left, we'll get something mailed out to you. So leave Brittany with all your contact information with Brittany and Joe. We'll get you taken care of. Once again, 3:55, 30 minutes from now, go for round 3. We are running the same order, same heats, no change.
Two minutes to the start of the race.
All right. Race number 16 back to the track. Remember, no resort. This is exactly the same as round number 2. Exactly the same as round number 2. If you guys could start making your way to the track, race 1 and race 16 to corner. Race 1 to race 16 to corner, if you could start making your way to the track. So Cole Chura, Matt Miller, Taylor Wonders, Rhett Long, Carson Phipps, Nate Clark, Tyler Wilbur, Austin, and Carson Goodman. 7, Austin. Cole 2, Matt 9, Taylor 5, Rhett 4, Carson 8, Nate 6, Tyler 3, Austin 7, Carson Goodman 1.
Kevin Hobbs.
Race 1, track is yours. Race 1, track is yours.
Evan Roth.
Yoder is here.
Ryan Yoder. Two minutes to the start of the race.
Caution after the triple. Bucket 5, that's Taylor Wonders.
Mark Saya. Jack Steinberg. Leighton Long. Maddie Fields. Brady Bell. Hannah Hamilton. Mike Hood.
And I have a check from all 10 drivers.
One minute to the start of the race.
1 minute to the tone, drivers. 1 minute to the tone.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
"20 seconds, drivers. Make sure you're out of the racing lane. To make sure, let's not take a mad dash, guys. Let's not mad dash towards the loop once the tone
15
goes.
seconds to the start of the
Let's
race.
space it out a little bit, please. 10 seconds.
Less than 5.
All right, loop is live. Loop is live. Hot lap number 1, Evan Roth, 28.758. Evan getting sorted down here in a round 1 early break. He's got a lot of open track. The best thing for him, though, will be able to try to find a way around some of those back markers. Kevin Hobbs now takes over that top spot. Oh, Kevin will back it up with a 32, though, so he'll slip back down behind Evan. Then it's Brady in the 3, Ryan Yoder up into the 4. Hasn't even put laps on the track today, but now he has, and now he finds himself in that 4th position. Then Mike, Leighton, Hannah, Mark, Maddie, and Jack. Trust me, big trust. If you're not making the triple every single time and you happen to crash more than you make it, start doing double single. Your lap times will improve. I know it's pretty fun to send it big air, but when you're upside down, that 2 to 3 seconds you cost yourself getting marshaled, even though Taylor's pretty quick. Not as fast as me. We've seen that on video, but he's pretty quick. For 2.5 minutes. But your bucket was covered thanks to Brian. You owe Brian a beer. You were bucket 6. You owe Eider a cold one. Covered for you. So it's Evan, Brady, and Kevin, your top 3. Ryan and Mike Hood, your top 5. Leighton, Mark, Hannah, Maddie, and Jack, the rest of the running order. 2 minutes left. 3 down, 2 to go. 3 down, 2 to go. Evan out in front by 4.3 seconds. He's on 11 lap run. He's the only driver on an 11. New fast lap for Evan Roth out in front, 28.593. Brady Bell on a 10.505, 5.15 for Kevin. Then it's 9 lap runs for Ryan, Mike, Leighton, then Hannah, Maddie, and Jack on an 8 lap run. Looks like Mark Saya already off the track here in round number 3. There he is. I see Mark over by the drop-in box.
1 minute left.
Another unfortunate gremlin. Tough weekend so far, but as long as we're having fun in the end, that's what really matters. So Evan now with a big lead over Brady, then Kevin, Ryan, and Mike Hood, your top 5. Only the top 3 are on double-digit lap runs. That's Evan, Brady, and Kevin. Ryan Yoder is still on that 9.512. Mike Hood on the 9.517. Leighton on a 9.534, then an 8.502 for Hannah. Maddie on an 8.518. So Hannah getting better of the ladies in this heat. And then Jack and Mark. As the master clock expires, keep racing until I call you done, drivers. Keep racing until I call you done. Remember, no resort here for round 3, so exactly the same heat you were in last round in 2. We're doing it again. Race them to the line, drivers. As you cross the line, you are done. As you cross the line, you're done. Jack hangs it up on the pipe on the entrance to pit lane. And Leighton will roll her over to finish. Just waiting on Evan and Kevin. Here comes Evan right now and Kevin as well. So that's going to be an all stop, all done, all stop, all done. Evan, Brady, Kevin, Ryan, Mike, Leighton, Hannah, Maddie, Jack, and Mark. So the first round, or the third round TQ will start out as 11.524 in the 4 heats of your Spec Tire e-buggy.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 2. Spec Tire e-buggy. Heat 2 of 4.
Race 2 hold for me, please, just for a little bit. Race 2 hold. Should have no problem with marshals on this time, as I had 10 drivers in that one. Evan, you're 4. Race 2, track is yours. Race 2, track is yours.
2 minutes to the start of the race. Dwayne Billings, Justin Shockley, Rod Miller, Seth Bozer, Gavin Deitch, Doug Bartley, Terry Yeo, Ricky Bozer, Sean O'Reilly. One minute to the start of the race.
1 minute, drivers. Loop is live in 1 minute. Loop is live in 1 minute.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, we are live here in race number 2. Everybody is targeting the time of Evan Roth, 11 and a 5:24 pace right now. We saw this story last time. Shockley quickly out on that first lap, 28.9. able to put himself on TQ pace. We'll see if he can hold on to it this time. Was unable to do it. Uh-oh, Mr. Wheel, you chose a fine time to leave me. So Justin able to hang on to that top spot right now. 11 and a 5:25, just 1 second off of that TQ pace. Now goes 11:24.7, just 3/10 off of that TQ now. Dwayne Billings in the 2, Seth, Terry, Ricky, Sean, Gavin, Doug, and Rod. Shockley on a 10.505 there after a 33-second lap. That's going to drop him off of that TQ pace and back to a 10-lap run now. Yo with a 31.1, best lap of his race so far. He'll climb up to the 2 position as he goes over the double-double and down the little straightaway. Into that trip skip and into the off-camber goes Yo, climbing up to 2, 3.5 back of your leader. Corner marshal, help at the loop, help at the loop. Perfect. Great job, Leighton. Way to get over there.
2 minutes left.
.315 down, 145 to go. Shockley still out in front, trying to get back to that 11-lap run. Yo in the 2, then Dwayne running 3. Ricky, Sean, Doug, Rod, Gavin, and Seth. .115 to go in this one.
One minute left.
Justin, Terry, Ricky, Dwayne, right now the running order. Oh, now Terry and Ricky move up ahead of Dwayne. Then it's Sean, Doug, Rod, Gavin, and Seth, the rest of the running order. So Shockley on a 10.504 comes across with a little bit of a slow lap right there. Master clock has expired. Keep racing until I call you done, though, drivers. Keep racing until I call you done. All right, race them to the line. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. Shockley goes best lap of his race there at the end to finish in that top spot, 10.503. Yo hangs on to third, 10 and a 5.23. We'll see if Ricky can hang on to his spot. Oh, Ricky with a rough last lap. All done, all stop, all done, all stop. So it'll be Shockley, Yo, and Billings your top three. Ricky goes 4, Sean O'Reilly 5, Rod, Doug, Gavin, and Seth.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 3. Spec Tire E-Buggy. Heat 3 of 4.
So right now the TQ is going to stay Evan out in front on 11.5.24 pace. Justin will move to the 2, Brady to the 3 overall. Kevin Hobbs stays 4, Terry Yo 5th overall so far. Dwayne 6, Ricky, Ryan, Sean, and Mike Hood rounds out your top 10 so far. Joe Scales to timing and scoring. Joe Scales timing and scoring.
J.R. Clark. Two minutes to the start of the race.
Race 3 track is yours. Race 3 track is yours. Can always be better, Joe. I'll try to be better. I'll strive for greatness.
Zach McIsaac. Larry Richards. Terry Stephenson. Raymond Shell.
All right, we are heading into race number
Brandon
3,
Deitch.
Spec Tire
Woody Garwood.
E-Buggy.
Marcus Ramirez.
304.
1
Say it
minute to
every
the start
round,
of the
but
race.
love to see the full 4 heats of Spec Tire.
Liam Roth. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
45 seconds till we're live. 45 and we're live. Drivers, 45 and live.
"30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
All right, Evans, TQ time from race number 1, still holding up so far. Hot lap so far. Woody Garwood out in front in this one. Top 2 drivers better than TQ, Woody and Marcus. And it's Zach, JR, Brandon, Raymond, Liam, Larry, and Terry. Ramirez now takes over that top spot with the best lap of the race, 28.290 out of Marcus. He backs that up with a new fast lap of the race, 27.884. So Ramirez on a heater right now, a couple of good laps in a row. Has him out in front on 11 and a 5.13. That is a new TQ pace. Woody on the TQ train as well. 11 and a 5.25.26 for Zach McIsaac in the 3. Then it's 10 lap runs for Liam, JR, Brandon, Larry, Raymond, and Terry. 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. 2:15 down, 2:45 to go. Marcus and Woody getting a little tight now. 3.3 seconds the gap between those two drivers. Your leader in that orange and green
2
buggy.
minutes left.
Up into that double up over the hump right in front of JR. JR, that is your leader right there. Be mindful. That was a good lap for you, though, keeping pace with him there, that's for sure. Putting a little pressure on him. JR currently running in that 6th position. And here comes Woody across. It's a 5-second gap between 1 and 2. Let's see what the gap is now. It's up to 6. So Marcus starting to pull away just a little bit. Oh, Terry Stephenson, big climber, up from the 8 to the 3 now as he goes 29.5, 28.4, 28.7 in 3 consecutive laps to put himself up into the top 3. Zach McIsaac running 4, JR 5, Raymond, Brandon, Liam, and Larry. Right now, 7 of the 9 drivers qualifying into the top 10. Only Evan and Justin able to remain from previous mains in that top 10
left.
with 1 minute to go. 1 to go. Only Marcus on TQ pace now. So Evan once again from that first heat trying to lay down a quick time. Brandon, you got leader right there with you. Just be mindful. Thank you. Marcus, Woody, Terry, Zach, and JR, your top 5. Brandon, Raymond, Liam, and Larry, the rest of the running order. It's a 5:13 pace on that 11-lap run for your leader, Marcus. That is better than the current 5:24 TQ from Evan Roth. Woody on a 5:26, 2 seconds off of TQ. Terry, 5 seconds off of TQ. And Zach probably about 8 seconds off of that TQ pace. Master clock has expired. We keep racing, drivers. Keep racing until I call you done, please. Keep racing until I call you done. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Woody's going to land at a 5:26 pace. That's going to be good enough to hold him into that 2nd position. Marcus is going to come across here and finish up his run on a 5:14. Just waiting on Terry to finish up. Everybody else is done. And there is Terry. So that's a race. All stop, all done. All stop, all done. Ramirez sets a new TQ time, 11 and a 5:14. Woody Garwood finishes 2. Terry, Zach, Liam, JR, Brandon, Raymond, and Larry, the rest of the running order. So we're going to have a new TQ heading into the 4th and final heat. Can Marcus his time hold on and keep him in a top 10?
Up next,
or will
race
we
number
see
4.
all 9 drivers
e-buggy.
here in race number 4
Heat
take
4
them
of
out?
4.
Race 4, hold for me, please. Good run, Marcus.
Robert Sorhanen. Travis Itter.
Race 4 track is yours. Race 4 track is yours. I had 9 drivers, so I should have buckets 1 through 9 covered. Woody, can you take 9 instead of 10, please?
Keith Hadley.
Liam, I need you to 4. 4.
Bryant Carlson. Ashon Bristol.
2, okay.
Liam,
go to 1
Toby
for
Jenkins.
me. 1? No, Woody. Woody, go to 1. Liam, go to 9. 1's at the start of the straightaway, Woody. At the drop.
Aaron Brooks. Jason Martin.
Yep, all the way over. Caution, I got a car on the loop. Caution, car on the loop. Caution, car on the loop. Travis, not a great place to stop.
One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race. "30 seconds to the start of the race.
Remember, guys, try to go to your bucket number that's on your car number. I had to shuffle a couple of people around. But just remember your car number. If your car number is not correct, please update it. And then go to the bucket with your car number on just to help me out so I know who's there and who's not. Loop is live in 3. Caution in the double doubles. Caution in the double doubles. Stay away from the stand. Away from the stand. Clear. Caution the triple. Caution the triple. You're good. You're good. You're good, Marshall. You're good. Go, go, go. Thank you. Clear, clear, clear. So Keith Hadley out in front as Ashen had the hot lap of a 26.9 but backs it up with a 32.6. We'll see what Keith backs up. He goes 27.9 his second lap. So top 3 drivers on a TQ pace right now. Hadley out in front, Roberts Jorjonen. Those are the only 2 drivers on TQ now. So Ramirez sitting pretty so far. Still lots of time left in this one, about 3 minutes to go. Make sure we stay down on bucket 2 so those guys can see the chicane behind you, please. Halfway there, Hadley on a 12.5.23. Robert Bryan Eider in the 3. Jason Martin 4. Ashen Bristol in the 5. Then Bryant, Toby, Travis, and Aaron.
2 minutes left.
So Hadley on 11.502 pace. He's on that TQ pace. Sorjonen not on it. Missing by about 0.2 of a second right now. Ashen on an 11.519. 519 for Brian Eider as well. Martin on a 5.25.29 for Bryant. And then it's a 10-lap run for Toby, Travis, and Aaron.
One minute left.
.45 seconds to go in this one. Hadley with a 10-second advantage on the field. 26.092 on lap number 7. Robert in the 2. Ashen, Jason, and Brian Eider, your top 5. Then Bryant, Toby, Travis, and Aaron. Right now, your top 6 drivers down to Bryant Carlson on top 10 runs. Toby just outside of a top 10, currently qualifying 11th overall for the round. Then Travis 14 and Aaron 16 for the round so far as they run, with a couple laps to go for each driver. Master clock has expired. Keep racing, drivers. Keep racing. Keep racing. All right, race them to line. When you cross the line, you are done. When you cross the line, you are done. So Keith Hadley will set the TQ here in round number 3 on 11.504. All done, all stop. All done, all stop. That is a race. So Hadley, Sorjonen, Ashen, Jason, Bryant, Brian, Toby, Travis, and Aaron is how we finish up. Top 10 for the round of Spec Tire E-Buggy. Keith Hadley going to go 1. Robert Sorjonen 2. Marcus Ramirez with a 3. Ashen Bristol 4. Jason Martin 5. Brian Carlson 6. Evan Roth in the 7. Brian Eider 8. Woody Garwood 9. And Toby Jenkins round out your top 10.
The race is completed. Up next, race number 5. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Heat 1 of 3.
Hold for me just a bit, guys. Hold for me, race 5. Hold, please. Ashen, you're 2. Ashen. Ashen. Bucket 2. Don't go to 4. Please go to your car numbers, guys. Car numbers. Race 5, track is yours. Race 5, track is yours. 9 drivers, 9 buckets, please. 1 through 9. 9 drivers, 9 buckets.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Larry Richards, Raymond Schell, Michael Whittam, Zach McIsaac, Stephen Wilk, 1 minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
"35 seconds. No Justin Shockley. Then maybe that is.
30 seconds to the start of the race.
Transponders here and figure it out. That might have been Justin that came in. Justin, would you be using a transponder from Andrew Cobley?
15 seconds to the start of the race.
Go ahead. Go. Just go.
Less than 5.
Loop is live. Loop is live.
Justin Shockley.
Brian Eider, can I get you to 2? Bucket 2. 2. Watch the triple. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we got a couple laps in here. Raymond Shell leading us around in this one. Larry Richards up to the 2 spot on a 10.525 for Larry. Then it's Justin, Michael, Zach, and Steven. All right, a couple of minutes into this one now. Shockley out in front on a 10.516, trying to set that early TQ. Shell also on a 5.16. Richards on a 5.19, a 5.24 for Michael Witham. And then it's 9 lap runs for Steven and Zach. My 3 drivers, Jacob Sturmer, Brandon Hinton, and Rob Runyon, are not in this one. So I need all 3 of those positions covered by volunteers. 6, 7, and 8. 6, 7, and 8 I'll need volunteer marshals for. Justin goes best lap of his race there, 30.052. Fast lap of the race, though, belongs to Michael Witham on a 29.323. Back on lap number 4 for him. 4 down, 1 to go. 4 down, 1 to go. Dan, make sure you don't cut off that corner for the drivers, though, by standing there. Final 30 seconds of this one. Shockley and Richards getting a little bit tight up front. Justin and Larry, 2.7 seconds is the gap between those two. Raymond running down in that 3 spot. Raymond led most of this race, but he's shuffled down to the 3 now after a 36.9 there. And then Stephen Wilkie in the 4. Then Michael Witham in the 5. Zach, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob. Master clock about to expire. Drivers, keep racing until I call you done. Keep racing until I call you done. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Cross the line, you are done. Larry and Justin still at 3.4 seconds between those two, so Shockley's got to keep it clean this last lap, but he doesn't do that. He goes upside down, so now it's a clock-watching game between Richards and Shockley. Justin jumps out wide, goes around the upside-down car, though. Here we go. Who's going to take the early TQ in Spec Tire Nitro Buggy? It will be Larry Richards on a 10.5.18. All done, all stop. All done, all stop. Shockley on a 10.5.24 will go 2. 5.26 for Raymond. 3. 5.30 for Stephen Wilkie goes 4. Then Michael, Zach, Jacob, Brandon, and Rob. So a big mistake there on the last lap for Shockley. We'll shuffle him to the 2 spot. It'll be Larry Richards with the early TQ here in this one. As we get set to head into race 6, I need volunteer marshals on 6, 7, and 8.
The race is completed.
Volunteers on 6, 7, and 8, please. 6, 7, and 8.
Up next, race number 6. Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Heat 2 of 3.
All right, race 6, track is yours. Race 6, track is yours. Track is yours. I need volunteer marshals on 6, 7, and 8, please.
Two minutes to the start of the race. Toby Jenkins, Brett Wilson, Tyler Jones, Jared Kazokria, Garrett Smith, Brandon Deitch, Sam Moss, Dan Wilcox, Brian Itter, One minute to the start of the race. "45 seconds to the start of the race.
He's in the pits right now, Landon. Yep. 35 and we are live, drivers. 35 and we're live.
30 seconds to the start of the race. "15 seconds to the start of the race. Less than 5.
Less than 5. All right, we are racing in race number 6. We do track maintenance following 7, so one more race to go before track maintenance. Make sure you guys get on the brakes when a marshal comes to get you. So Jared out in front, and he's the one we're riding with on camera. Tyler Jones in the 2. Dan, Brett, Brian, Garrett, Toby, Sam, and Brandon. So Jared with a, oh, now it's Tyler Jones taking over that top spot. Jared in the 2, Brian Eider in the 3, Brett, Toby, your top 5, then Dan, Garrett, Brandon, and Sam. With 3 down, 2 to go, Tyler Jones out in front. Jared 4.7 back. Brian Eider only 1.7 back of Jared.
2 minutes left.
Then it's Toby and Dan, your top 5. It is a nice little battle, 2 through 9 right now. Just 20 seconds separate the entire field right here in this one. Race number 6, heat 2 of 3 of your Spec Tire Nitro Buggy. Joe Scales, please tech top 3 of this race. Joe Scales, please tech top 3 of this race. Tyler Jones out in front, 11.5.22. He is on a new TQ pace. Top 6 drivers actually better than the time of Larry Richards. They are all on TQ paces. That is Tyler, Jared, Toby, Brian, Garrett, and Dan on TQ. Brett just off outside. Then it's Sam and Brandon.
1 minute left.
Tyler Jones, hot lap of the race, back on lap number 5, 28.069. Jared sitting in that 2 spot, 4.8 back. Toby, 3.5 back at Jared. Brian, only 2 seconds back at Toby for a top 3 in this heat. Garrett Smith now about 2. Oh, rough lap for Garrett. He's going to drop down to the 6th position now, move Wilcox up to the 5. Master clock getting set to expire. Got a couple guys that are close to making an extra lap here. I'm going to wait for that to happen. There it is. Race them to the line, drivers. Race them to the line. When you cross the line, you are done. Tyler Jones will take the TQ. 11 and a 5:21 with 1 heat to go. And that is a race. All stop, all done, all stop, all done. 11 and 5:21 for your leader, Tyler Jones. Jared in the 2, 11 and a 5:26. Toby in the 3, 10 and a 5:03. Then it's Brian with a 5:04. Dan with a 5:08 is your top 5. Garrett, Sam, Brett, and Brandon, the rest of the running order in this one. Top 7 drivers.